What's up, y'all? Exodus 1, aka Indigo Sky, aka Trigger Ranking. But shit, we up in this thing. We about to do a couple reaction videos. I just got out of one just now. It was deep. I had to leave that one just for one video because I couldn't, so that was one of them videos, bro. Like, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, we broke some things down in that one. We cooked a little bit. We cooked a little bit. Cooked the plate for the cookout. But tell me where y'all coming in from. I want y'all to like, subscribe, share, definitely hit notification. Tell me where y'all coming in from. You know what I mean? City, state, Providence, country, whatever. Let's get it. Let's get it. But we about to do. We about to go to back to Panda Press. Let me see. Hold on. But hold on. Let's go to this Umar video. I do want to talk about this. It's a long video, but we gonna hold on. Yeah, we might hold on. Let me see. I definitely want to talk about Drake. That thing, I'm so sick of that shit. I'm sick as hell of that shit. We'll do the Umar shit all over again. I actually want to do that first one I did because that shit was kind of funny. I was Umar'd out. That's why I had to do a serious video, y'all. I had to do a very serious video. Like, I mean, we might go to most scandalous to see if they got something new. They ain't got nothing new, but we'll goddamn rehash. Go back through it. Yeah, we'll do the Piers Morgan one, but this not Piers Morgan. This is most scandalous Los Angeles TV. Morgan, and if most scandalous Los Angeles TV, I check them out.
Y'all haven't heard it, you should listen to it because it's everything we've been saying about this for about 12 years, and now it's real dangerous for Suge. It's real dangerous for Suge Knight right now. Reggie Wright Sr. used to run the Twin Towers Correctional Facility for the sheriffs. So he has a lot of ties into the prison complex, the prison industrial complex. And that's Reggie Wright Sr. Reggie Wright Jr. just said, if I let you get out of prison,
hey, I hit the
which
like
was
button.
a veiled threat for Suge. It's a veiled threat for Suge. For sure.
Damn, son.
The like button.
So you could come home. You don't want to die in here. You don't want to die in here.
Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV, where we expose the exposed. Day 3 of the Reggie versus Marion saga, and it's getting nastier by the minute. Simon has completely taken the gloves off after hearing Reggie speak on his mother. That hit him.
Because he talking like different, but yeah, when he say Simon, he talking about Suge Knight.
And since then, he's been on a mission. He's not just throwing shots online anymore. He's going on nationally televised talk shows, calling Reggie out by name and implicating him in the murders of Tupac and Biggie. Just today, he sat down with Piers Morgan for a full hour. Piers kept asking about Diddy, but every time he did, Simon redirected the heat back to Reggie. He also shared a piece of unknown information about his former attorney, David Kenner. It looks like Simon isn't going to let him get off the... Before we get into it, I want to show you exactly what Reggie and John down at Bomb first just did. Right here, you can see they hit me with a trike and got my video taken down. They claimed it was cyberbullying and accused me of violating YouTube's policy on unwanted sexualization. The notice says I posted content that describes someone in a lewd, degrading, and sexually explicit manner, and supports non-consensual sexual imagery. That's a serious accusation, and it's completely false.
Hey, y'all run the lights up.
All I did was react to a video where Simon told Reggie that every girl Reggie had, he had first. I didn't say it. Simon said it. I just reacted to a public interview like everybody else. But this is what they do. Reggie once told me I had no subscribers and that I barely pulled 2,000 views. But the second I drop a video that gains traction, he and John start computer games. What's crazier than that is the fact that Reggie's YouTube channel is full of the exact kind of content he's trying to strike me for. Hypocrisy is insane.
It was 1996, and incredible to think it's nearly 30 years ago when he was shot and killed. You were alongside him in the car. Many people have speculated since that Diddy ordered that death of Tupac. Is that your belief?
Well, first of all, I got a bullet still today, a 45 bullet that inched to my skull. You can look at my medical records and see the x-rays and see it's in my skull. They didn't remove it because they said it would have went another inch. He's either been a vegetable or dead. Now, as far as what they say Puffy did and didn't do, just the facts. The facts of the matter is this. It was a guy named
Buick, exceptional by design.
0.9% APR on these 2025 Buick models, plus current eligible non-GM owners get a $3,000 allowance on Encore GX.
There's a guy named Reggie Wright Jr. There's a guy named Reggie Wright Jr. who was over security. He didn't work directly for Death Row, but he had a security company called Right Way Security, who did security for Death Row with off-duty police officers or guys with a CCW. Everybody knows when we go to a fight in Vegas, we're going to be a Tyson fight, or we're going to be at my club they call Club 662. You can go to that club and you'll see Mary J. Blige perform, Jodeci perform, Tupac perform, Dog Pound, Andre. I mean, unbelievable talent in one place. That night was going to be Run DMC East Coast night.
Hey, what's up?
Reggie Wright Jr. told the security they can't carry firearms. The sad thing about that, Pac hated Reggie Wright Jr., so he had fired him before any of that. I don't know the right date, but I'm quite sure it was. It's paperwork that shows it. But the crazy thing about that,
son.
it was a bodyguard named Frank Alexander.
He did.
I hated Frank. He was cool at first, but towards the end, he hated Frank, because Frank always wanted to get him the pictures with Tupac. And Tupac was very militant, so he was like, man, I don't want a bodyguard taking pictures with me. How is he watching my back if he getting himself in the pictures? So I hired a guy named Michael Moore and told him to bring another off-duty police officer because they kept their gun and they was real aggressive by protecting Tupac. So on the way to the fight, Reggie Wright Jr. tell Michael Moore he can't carry his weapon when he's doing bodyguard work for Tupac.
Again, we just rehashed it. How the hell can you be a security guard and you don't have a gun on you, bro? What are you protecting? What are you protecting?
I've been to Club 62 on many occasions, and never have they told me hottest places to be. I got into a little argument with Reggie Wright at lunch over it. He said, Mike, I'm putting Frank back on him, and I'm taking you back off. And I said, Reggie, that part doesn't make sense. Why not leave me and Frank on Tupac?
At 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the afternoon in Las Vegas, at the Luxor, security was all brought together by Reggie Wright on the night the day that Pac was shot, and we were told not to carry weapons, because we were all armed.
We were told specifically, do not carry your weapon.
And you find that kind of strange? Yeah, everybody got a fight at the casino, everybody thought it was strange. That why were guys told not to carry weapons, even the cops were there told not to carry weapons.
So the biggest rapper in the world, Pop, get in a fight with a well-known Crip, and Reggie Wright tells the security, leave your guns, don't carry your guns. Like,
Everybody's told not to carry weapons.
That's what we were told.
that shit really, it really don't make sense. Like,
Now, I, at the meeting, was asked one of the few questions. Why would you tell us not to carry our weapons? I think the reason they removed me from Tupac is because I was one of the few people that wouldn't buy into carrying your weapon. And during no part of that day, did I take my weapon off. And Mr. Wright knew that. And Mr. Wright knew that. And Mr. Wright knew that. So they removed me off Tupac, so there wouldn't be a weapon there. So they removed me off Tupac, so there wouldn't be a weapon there. When Reggie did that, I questioned it. Reggie did something that he's never done. He's never stayed at 662. That day, he stayed at the club. Then why would he need me there? And why would I be taken off of Tupac?
Michael Moore said, well, I'm going back to the hotel. If I can't carry my gun, I can't protect myself or Tupac, so I'm not going. So Reggie Wright Jr., who nicknamed that Pac gave him, Pork Butt. So Pork Butt goes and says, Frank, you can go, but you can't bring your gun. And everyone knows you can't be a bodyguard without a gun. So after the fight, we returned from the fight. Tupac got into it with another guy. It was a big fight. After that fight, after we stopped at a few places, we go to our house. I told Frank, I told all the security, I told everyone. Pac just beat up a well-known gang member. Send 4 or 5 guys extra to the house to escort Tupac to the club. Reggie Wright Jr. refused to send the security guys, refused to show up.
So every time I hear this shit, bro, it make me understand more and more that Reggie Wright has something to do with that shit, allegedly.
That wasn't a coincidence. It was a murder for hire hit. It was a murder for hire hit.
And that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like.
It was blocked in. It was more than one shooter.
You say it was more than one
Only
shooter?
person know the truth.
He said it was more than one shooter, so we thinking it was one shooter. It was 2 shooters.
The real truth is me and Tupac.
I mean, he was in the car with Pac, so I mean, he would know better than anybody.
Only person knows myself. But Reggie Wright Jr. tried to change the whole story of the narrative, what actually happened, and he was not dead.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Snoop, who everyone knew at the time, wanted Tupac dead.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. It's in the pulse of those who never stop getting...
Snoop had a meeting with Daz, Corrupt, Nate Dogg, the Dog Pound. Said, we're not going to Vegas. This is their words, not mine. We're not going to Vegas because basically something's going to happen. Somebody's going to get killed, right? So Corrupt tells the story.
Out of curiosity, man, since you was a part of, Dog Pound and you was a part of, Snoop team, how did you find out that Tupac got shot in Vegas?
I was in the Bay with D-Shot, and it came on the news because Dog said we're not going to Vegas. We're gonna post. So he called us to the house and was basically like, look, this is what we doing. DPG, we ain't going to Vegas. We gonna post.
Dad tells the story.
Snoop and Suge worked it out at one point.
Yeah, but we didn't. Snoop used to say, man, keep theirs back. Keep theirs back. I'm like, fuck that shit. I could have jumped out on his ass in Vegas, but it was killing me. But Snoop was like, hold on, don't fuck this up.
Warren G tells the story.
So he never went to Vegas?
He never went to Vegas. He didn't go off top. So we watched the fight, we doing everything, watching the fight, having a good time. So we was hanging out, some females and shit around. They was hanging out, everybody chilling and just having a good time, and then he got just like a gang of homegirls, and then it's like, and he had the next tail back then. Remember the motherfucker?
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of next tail he had, but he had, the motherfucker could go, that whatever it was hitting him all the way from what was going on from Vegas.
Wow.
So they was like, we could hear the shit, and then he started getting calls and shit, and they was telling him that Tupac got shot and da-da-da-da-da. Took off, that's when he went to Vegas.
Now, when Dad says, when we sit down and said, damn, we can't go to Vegas, who's gonna get those niggas? They already gonna get that, basically. Corrupt tells the story and says, once he tells everybody they can't go to the fight, can't go to Vegas, turn it around, Nate Dogg says, I'm gonna go to Vegas. Then because I'm going to Vegas, I'm gonna be around basically me and Pac. He said, as long as I ain't around them.
Nate Dogg went though. He was like, I'm going. And he went out there to go have a good time. He's like, I ain't gotta be around all that going on with them. I'm gonna go by myself and do my own thing.
I don't have to worry about getting shot or getting a stray bullet. And let you know, premeditated plan. Warren G says, when the fight was going on, he was watching at his house. Snoop came over to watch the fight. Snoop had a walkie-talkie. These walkie-talkies, he only got this walkie-talkie that I bought for security and a principal that security doing security with. And they worked on all the West Coast. So if you're an artist and you go into the mall and you go somewhere, they have a walkie-talkie, security have a walkie-talkie. If you're not going to an event with any of the security details, you don't have a walkie-talkie. Because I didn't buy that many because I wanted to be exclusive. They had them out who was needed. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, so Snoop comes in, according to Warren G, and he got this big walkie-talkie. They start hearing the gunshots. When we getting shot, Snoop listening to it in real time. Pow, 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 all over the radio. That's when he tell him, hey, I gotta go. They just killed Tupac and shot Suge. How would you know? Nobody said that on the radio, you just heard the shots. Now, Reggie Wright Jr. and Michael Moore in the car. They get on the radio, and they say, hey, got him. Another guy gets on the radio, they say they think he's a white guy or a lawyer, and they say, hey, don't talk on the walkie-talkies on the radio, don't talk on the air.
While I was working at 662, I heard something over the Nextels that we all carry for security. And what I heard was, got him. Then someone else came on the radio and said, hey, don't say nothing over the radio, which was the Nextels we were using radio to radio. And I just clearly heard somebody say, don't say that over the radio. But the person who said it was not Homeboy security, nor was it one of our security guards. It was, to me, would be like a stranger. And the person that said that was Caucasian, definitely not African American.
Right? So
that's crazy, bro.
Come together and enjoy stripes, snacks, and endless laughs with your crew. Get ready to bowl a perfect game.
So to move things forward, maybe, I don't know if it was 6 months or however it was, since I've been in this prison right here. Somebody played that for me with Michael Moore said. So when I know that attorney David Kenner always says, you can be on your cell phone and people be talking like, hey, I'm talking on your cell phone. Somebody listen, they recorded and you can't do that. They're listening to you. So I know that's the saying. So jokingly, I told David, I said, hey, was that you on the walkie-talkie? Because that's your line, don't talk on the phone. Now you're the one saying don't talk on the walkie-talkie. So, that being said, David Kenner goes and says, sure, I never had a walkie-talkie. I would never have a walkie-talkie. I would not need one for it. Never. So I'm saying,
stop the cat.
Wow,
no voice.
Didn't tell a shit, but I was joking about it, right? I said, you never had a walkie-talkie? He said, that's not me talking on the walkie-talkie.
That's what I'm saying. That's how you know somebody lying. He never said he was.
So that raised red flags. Didn't think that much about it. So Kenner had sent some of my boxes and files to another attorney. Another attorney guy, right? At the time, he wanted the boxes back. That didn't make sense. So when we discovered a walkie-talkie in the boxes, no.
Walkie-talkie in the fucking box.
Nobody puts something in the box that they go through the exact same way. So the walkie-talkie, my guess, probably was in one box, and when they looked at everything and read through everything, and
they left it in there by mistake.
Damn! Asking me about this walkie-talkie. They went and stole the wrong boxes that the walkie-talkie was in, but got the walkie-talkie. I said, send me a
Still
picture.
had the walkie-talkie. They didn't
So
even
my
know.
cabinet can send photos, so they sent me a photo of the walkie-talkie.
Still didn't
It
know.
blew me away. One part of me, it made my blood boil. Another part of me, I had seen Tupac face flash all in my mind. I see these motherfuckers involved with the assassination. So I tell Kenner about it. I said, David Kenner, you said you didn't have a walkie-talkie. Now you had one. Now you had one. Now you had one. So after that,
I got caught red-handed in the line.
our relationship after 37 years went cold. He went into
I can't
the judges. He started trying to pull off my case. He tried to sabotage my case. He did, and everything I'm telling you about is the proof.
For anyone wondering why David Kenner suddenly withdrew from Simon's case, according to Simon, it's because he confronted Kenner about allegedly possessing one of the Nextel radios that Simon's security team used the night Tupac was murdered. Simon claims that when he confronted David Kenner about having one of the walkie-talkies used by his security team the night of Tupac's murder, Kenner initially denied having any reason to possess one. However, according to Simon, they later discovered that Kenner did, in fact, have a walkie-talkie. Simon believes this confrontation is what led Kenner to attempt to withdraw from the case. He also noted that it was ironic because Michael Moore recalled hearing someone say over the radio, "Don't say anything over the radio," a phrase that Marion says was one of Kenner's favorites.
So the night Pop them got on the line, bro. Some folks said they was on the radio talking about don't say nothing on the radio, bro. So it sounds like this, bro. This is one of the biggest hip hop murder mysteries in I ain't gonna say years, I gotta say decades. You know what I'm saying? We still don't know what happened, bro. They got the nigga that was in the car in jail right now. We still don't know what really happened.
So ultimately, sure, look, it's fascinating stuff, because I remember this all happening in real time. So it's fascinating as to hear you talking all through it in this way. It's like a sort of murder mystery episode. But ultimately, I've got two questions. And if it wasn't him, then who do you think ultimately ordered that hit?
This is the thing. This is what I do know. I know TPB, who I've been knowing since little Pop Warner football. TPB says that Puffy and them approached him and gave them money. TPB says if he go to...
Damn, my bad.
Same old phone? Nah.
My bad.
Upgrading to the new Galaxy Z
left
Fold
that
7.
shit. Give me a second. Hold on.
Another one of Big U's minions do send him some sprints. You know, he don't have no riders around him. Like, he only keeps rats and busters, but he uses stuff like he can.
Shout out to Rosé from the hood, you know, it's big bro. He got some big stuff coming. He was just offered a major deal for his life rights and his story. I don't know if he took it, but he was showing some money. Like he might have got an advance on it, you know what I'm saying? I asked him about it, I ain't talked to him because I might call him later on to check in on him.
There's most
But
scandals
he got a
outside.
nice offer, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Wack 100, you know what I'm saying? Shout out the team. You know, Wack always want to make sure his team eat. Wack always want to make sure everybody around him eats. And when everybody around you eats, that limits people from asking for stuff. I'm not saying that that's why he stopped asking, but he's got a big heart, you know what I'm saying? He like me. If you're around me, we're gonna try to eat something out. We're gonna try and bring you in, we're gonna try and throw you in, squeeze you in the pro.
Hey.
I know Wack ain't never no selfish hot person, you know what I'm saying? So
You just heard Love's boys calling out to all rats in the area. He's letting them all know, if you come be a part of him and Wack's Rat Pack, they'll make sure you eat too. So as you can see, CS2 Back has traveled all the way down to 10th Avenue and Hyde Park to hand out cheese. If what Love's boys said isn't enough to believe Wack is paying these guys, let's look at what Rodze had to say in response to a comment left by a random content viewer. Let's read the comment that Rodze is going to respond to first. It says, "It's literally a bunch of YouTube videos with y'all arguing. So how would I know which one explains how it started? All I'm saying is that you all better watch Wack. He has a personal bone to pick with you and is using y'all to go at him. Wack is very phony. I don't see how teaming up with him helps you in the long run. Let God avenge you and you move on with your life." Now look at Rodze's response. "I do this shit for free. The fact that I can get paid makes it all the sweetest." So by his own admission, he's being paid to run this smut campaign. And shortly thereafter, Rodze showed up on Clubhouse to smut his big homie, Big U. Officer Reggie Wright Jr. says he finds it funny that these Crip dudes are letting CS2 backplay them like puppets. That doesn't matter to Rodze though. Rat 100 got the cheese, and the Clubhouse mouse, Rodze wants his slice.
Neighborhood,
what's up with it, cuz?
hey, Lou, do you see the similarities in the twist?
Of course, but that's what I've been trying to tell everybody. When I try to tell everybody the shit that he do, now everybody is starting to see when other people start coming out. Cuz been doing this and getting away with the same shit. You get what I'm saying? And then he put homies in the twist. He benefits off of it, and then he do fuck shit by trying to use other people as scapegoats. Now that shit is out.
We all know the voice of that lying rat, and we all know that nothing that comes out of his mouth is factual. Sad part about it is all it took was a piece of Rat 100's cheese for Rodze to show up with this fraud, flushing any amount of integrity he had left down the drain.
Man, bro, it's so much stuff. I'm just waiting for a shot, man. Go ahead and let him say something.
To understand, he respect the shooters, and Cuz feel like he ain't gonna play with us. We those guys, and that's it.
He gotta be one of the dumbest
Hey, that's a fact, Loose. I've been seeing you do your thing lately. I ain't gonna lie. I've been wondering what's up with that dude. I seen Spider.
So this crazy. This a year ago, bro. So this right here is a year ago, and these folks ain't got hemmed up a year ago. So
trying to gripe you lately, man, but I've seen you been on his ass lately.
Listen to CS2 Back's professional nut hugger, Beast the Teeth. Not much needs to be said about a sloppy sluggard like him. I don't care if Beast is standing directly in front of me or if he is 100 yards away, he will always fit the profile of a pedophile. Dude looked like a sexual predator.
Yeah, Spider is a sweetheart. You know, because of the homeless nigga that I'm trying to get his name. Maybe doing those videos and stuff like that, cuz can go and get his kids some steak and, you know, rice and, you know, buy some food depending on evening.
Bro, this nigga Loose Cannon sounds slow as hell, bro.
Single mind. You know, you have to let the homeless niggas play their part.
You gotta look at this also. I wanna ask Spike, had this dude ever cracked the door for the East Coasters?
Rod Zay, you should be ashamed of yourself. I'd expect a comment like that from Love's Boys because he's never been a...
How long did you get into the college football? I'm gonna be real. I kind of like was smart in my situation. I wasn't like a person.
They didn't want him again. They didn't want you up there no more.
Since I was a little kid, I always doing something different. Like I said, I'm playing football. I'm going to town. I'm going to college. I'll come back and be in the BS, but I'm gone next day. But I'm gone next day. But I'm gone next day. Even when I got done with that.
I'm gone the next day.
I guess I can say I'm not encouraging myself. So even with that, I wasn't on the block every day gangbanging. I was always doing something else. Even when I got down to street life, I was boxing.
Got it! Got it!
Waiting for bullets and handcuffs.
So is there a period of time between football and boxing where you were just hanging out in the neighborhood?
No.
You just asked Spider if Big U has ever cracked a door open for the Kosis.
What they are, 83 and 85 and 84 too.
Damn, son.
Rolling Coaster started, Peter Wax started that from 6 on. He just started hollering it over the chairs one night. We all was in there. We started getting tight because Big U had belt out my homie Rat. We started getting tight because Big U had belt out my homie Rat. Big U had belt out my homie Rat from 7-6. Big U put the money on belt him out.
Lil Doc just said the 6 O's, and the Kosis started getting real tight, because Big U bailed out Rat from 7-6. So Big U literally cracked the door open for Rat. Ask Rat if Big U ever opened the door for any Kosis. If you're talking about music, just give me the long list of people that Big U cracked the door open for. You act like he has a bunch of artists in the industry or something. How about this Rod Zay?
Damn, son.
Tell me how many Bloods or Pyrus has CS2 Back cracked the doors open for. He's supposed to be a Pyru Blood, ain't he?
Oh my God!
I know 600 don't even know who Lil Doc is. But you're supposed to know better, Rod Zay. It's all good. I understand. CS2 Back got that cheese that melts in your mouth.
That was before 800. And then like I said, I knew all the coaches as we run together. And Snake was my road dog for the Deuce. So we was all road dogs. We did 4800. So at night, everybody should get their hood up, say they sick. And so me and all the homies, me and all the young dudes from the coast, we should always be, you know, putting all the raps together and saying all the songs together. And we roll the coaster.
And you know, back then, in the 80s like that, you know, on the east side, we ain't had no parents that can bail us out. You come in there for any try to cry,
You in there? Our parents is on welfare and shit. They get food stamps and shit. How the fuck they gonna bail you out? So we know our asses was stuck whenever we went to jail on these side. We poor as a motherfucker. Ain't nobody got no money. Your ass go to jail, you in there. You feel me? So when Big U bailed Rat out, we was like, damn, this nigga about to help me out. So when Big U bailed Rat out, we was like, damn, this nigga about to help me out. So when Big U bailed Rat out, we was like, damn, this nigga about to help me out.
Oh Lord,
Rat out of there to the streets, been in there. So that showed us that 6 O's had love for us like that. So that showed us that 6 O's had love for us like that.
Doc just explained that Big U bailing Rat out of jail showed the Kosis that the 60s really had love for him. All it took was just a piece of that cheese for you to go out bad, Rodze.
So we was in there hanging together tight and started embracing one another.
The thing with Spider is, and 600 no, right? 600, God is my witness on the dead homies. Didn't cuz tell you I brought food for his kids? Didn't cuz tell you that I got him a place and everything like that when he was sleeping in a car?
We already know if Cannon is talking, there's a 97% chance that he's lying for some odd reason when it comes to Spider. Cannon always makes up lies about buying him things. According to Cannon, he's been buying things for Spider since 2006, before they ever met.
You could have came up with a better hook. My nigga, if you need beats, nigga, I still have love for you. Nigga, even though I was buying your ass swishers and motherfucker, I can't get a phone call from your ass no more.
He had a Nissan or Mitsubishi Mirage. They don't even make those anymore, but he had one, right? And Cuz had all his kids in the car. Cuz begged me for help. I got him a place. I filled up the refrigerator, gave Cuz like $500, and I said, go get you a job because this rap shit is not for you. And that's what Cuz did. 600, I'm lying?
Man, I just can't see why he going to bat for Big U. What do Big U got on him? Got on who? On Spider. Why is he going to bat for Big U? Big U ain't never did nothing for the coast.
Rodze, what are you asking Spider to do? You want him to go online and say he saw Big U with 20 guns and that he was selling them to his homies? Or should he do like you and go online saying Big U had Gilly robbed? All this for that little piece of cheese, Rodze. You're supposed to be the big homie. How you let a clown like Love's Boys walk you into some shit like this?
He been hating on me ever since he begged me for an album deal. Because you know, Big, you don't even fuck with the coasters like that. You know that.
Yeah, but he don't like it.
He don't like it. You know, I know that. You know that.
He don't like the coasters.
Remember that this is the narrative and the dynamic that Rodze has brought to the table. Now the narrative is that Big U doesn't like the East Coasis. We just heard one of the main reasons why the 6 O's and the Coasis are so close. And Big U's name was all in it. All this is being done because CS2 Back's cheese melts in your mouth.
He said they trying to be the East Side 60s. So why are you so in debt to Big U?
He ain't never fucked with him, did nothing for him.
Nothing, bro. That was Nip did that shit out of spite. He went over there to mess with you. That wasn't Big U.
That's why Nip went over there to fuck with him.
Out of spite to Big U. Because Big U tried to lock out the coasts. He didn't want him in the game.
But see, Spider and Spider knows too, because when I talked to 50 Cent and I told Spider, I said, you were just a tax write-off.
Spider, look, 50 Cent told me, I know it's gonna break your heart, but your album is never coming out.
These guys will eventually learn Cannon is not an asset. He is a liability. This interview was from 2006. Cannon just said he had spoke to 50 Cent way back then. But in another interview, Cannon said Nipsey is the one who introduced him to 50. You can't listen to anything that comes out this clown's mouth.
I know you're a little younger than Nip, but did he influence you to rap, or how was that?
Yeah, so like Nip, it was like, cuz
he was like ahead of his time. So it's like he started doing shit that other people was trying to do. He took the Master P route and he applied it to like some South Central shit.
Master P route. I don't know about
basically, I just started doing things. He was like,
Nipsey Hussle was not putting out the traction of Master P. I'm sorry, sir. No, he wasn't.
Produce his records. Do this.
This man, like Master P, put out 16 albums in 1 month, bro. Like
do that or whatever. So everybody that he was around, he took me around. So he took me around.
What that man talking about, bro.
That's how I met 50 Cent. That's how I met 50 Cent. That's how
I go against the West Coast at Green, you went against Game for an East Coast nigga.
Spider didn't go against Game for an East Coast nigga. He went Game because Spider got G-Unit tatted in his flesh. He wasn't just a G-Unit artist. Spider was a G-Unit crip. He gangbanged G-Unit. And the Game was all through the city running a GU not campaign. Remember, 50 Cent told Spider not to respond to Game, to just ignore his dissing. But Spider went against the East Coast niggas' wishes and did not just a diss song, but an entire diss mixtape and a documentary. I'm not sure if Spider is aware or not, but this is the true reason that 50 was not allowed to put his album out. I want you to listen to something Reggie Wright said about Interscope Records censoring Death Row back in the day.
Can you remember any particular words that Interscope would censor on songs? Because I know there's some songs where, like on Method Man's verse on Got My Mind Made Up, there's certain words that are like silenced out.
Big controversy. Big controversy. We can call our black women bitches and hoes and all that. It was the first I forget on either Snoop where he said, and originally it was supposed to be, my Jew bitch, my Jew bitch. They made him change it to something else. But they would not let us use the word Jew or Jewish. They would not let us use the word Jew. Jewish.
So you heard what Reggie said about Interscope Records and how they would not allow artists under their umbrella to use the word Jew or Jewish. On the same mixtape Spider put out in retaliation to Game's disses, listen to what he says.
Spider get judo. Give me Iveen green, judo. Spider get judo. Give me Iveen green, judo.
What you have to understand is 50 told Spider not to respond to Game, and he did it anyway. This showed that 50 would not be able to control Spider, and the music industry is all about control. 50 Cent had to answer for that lyric, and you can be certain that he informed Jimmy that he instructed Spider not to respond. Now when Spider said the line, Jimmy Iveen Green, judo, he was in no way trying to be discriminative. The line was actually a showing of admiration to the lucrative business success Jimmy and others like him have had. But what most people do not understand is that speaking about them having money feeds into what they call a dangerous anti-Semitic stereotype of greed. Remember, Reggie said they wouldn't even let you say the word, but Spider did more than say the word. He said the word and tied it to money. Yes, this is the world we live in, and this is how it works. Still don't believe me? Listen to what the anti-death
Anti-Semitism, a video series by ADL created to explain and combat the most common anti-stereotypes about Jews is that they are greedy and avaricious. They are seen both as relentless in the pursuit of wealth and also as stingy misers determined not. Myths often imply that Jewish wealth is undeserved, that any wealth acquired by a Jew is from cheating. The truth is that Jews, like all other people in the United States and around the world, exist across a spectrum of socioeconomic status. Some are poor, some are wealthy.
Oh, this is alleged, y'all. Alleged.
It's wrong to assume that any wealth accumulated by Jews signifies Jewish greed, rather than the results of disciplined hard work done. For centuries, dangerous conspiracies have circulated from varying political factions on Jewish control of the economy and economic institutions, perpetuating the idea that Jews are acquisitive, hungry for access to and control of money.
Federal Reserve ain't no governmental operation. That's a family of rich Jewish people who print the money.
The stereotype of Jewish greed took hold in the Middle Ages. In many European countries, Jews were denied citizenship, and with it the rights of holding a position in government, military, or certain professions, thus relegated by Christian leaders to collecting taxes and rent. This created conflict between Jews and Christians, and development of the greedy Jewish moneylender, the Merchant of Venice. Part of is the tradition of tzedakah. This is the spiritual idea of charity and giving, in which Jewish people will donate time, effort, and money to those in need. We must also remember even intended compliments such as Jews are good with money, even intended compliments, military or certain professions, thus relegated by Christian leaders to collect taxes and rent. This created conflict between Jews and Christians, and resulted in the development of stereotypes and characters such as Shylock, the greedy Jewish moneylender in Shakespeare's The Merchant of Venice. An important part of the Jewish faith is the tradition of tzedakah. This is the spiritual idea of charity and giving, in which Jewish people will donate time, effort, and money to those in need. We must also remember even intended compliments such as Jews are good with money, even intended compliments such as Jews are good with money, or all Jews are well off, contribute to a dangerous stereotype.
I'm sure a lot of you guys never knew that. But like I always say, you learn something new every day. Believe me. It doesn't mean it's happening.
You get what I'm saying? And I said, like, that was on some fuck shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna be solid and you're gonna be a real nigga and stuff like that, you just stay out of it. You're like, yeah, that don't have nothing to do with me. Because he's from the West Coast. But his loyalty was on some other shit, like some fuck shit.
Imagine Loose Lion King Cannon the Clown talking about loyalty as he sides with CS2 back.
So he got what he deserved. The niggas got a 1-bedroom apartment. He make videos out of it. And, you know, that's the best he gonna get. This is the best light and shine that he gonna ever get between me and Wack.
Okay, I want to say this to Spider Law. He got to hear this. Spider, me and Snoopy Blue, what's inside?
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. I fuck with Spilo. Like Spilo, I'm about to send some tracks that I created. You know what I'm saying? But bro, at the end of the day, bro, it's like you doing something. Like it don't even make sense what you talking about or saying.
Or Halfway House. He had me take his music to Big U. Before I could even hand it on. Rest in peace.
Y'all can hit me in the Karma Cafe, like, subscribe, share, notification, peace and one.